Hi everybody, listen up, it's locking it down, sucking it down, locking it, sucking it, same old crap, sucking it down with Lacey. Okay everybody, so I know what y'all thinking, it's summer, it's really hot, you're not gonna be wearing your socks. That's rude. We have to make our living by socks, otherwise we die. I don't want to hear it, blah 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 blah. It's rude. Okay, so trainer socks or knee socks. What are your favorites? I mean,
What's going on here? What are you doing here, Lacey? This is my show. It's locking it down with Lucy, not socking it down with Lacey. Sorry if you tuned into the wrong show. What's going on?
It's my show.
No. I believe you'll find the title of this.
You're interrupting my show.
No, I think you'll find the title of this is locking it down with Lucy. I think you're in the wrong place. I mean, the people, they like the sock chat fine, but that's not what we're here for today. We're not here to talk socks.
What the sock?
Excuse me? That kind of language doesn't fly on this show. I'm sorry, Lacey. You're going to have to take your creasiness, okay?
My craziness?
Yeah, your creasiness.
Why are you talking about my skincare?
Whoa, let's not get personal here, but you're going to have to take the boot, okay? I've got one, it's very stinky, and, sling your hook. Take your dirty washing elsewhere. I ain't got time for it, okay? I don't know where the sock prop went that I was going to shove in your socking gob.
Unprofessional. You see this? I should have had my show.
Instead of a stinky boot, you're going to have this stinky sock that I've worn. Take it and get out of here.
That's really sweaty.
Thanks. It's been a hot day, alright, okay? Don't shame me.
This sucks.
Well, I'm sorry, okay? It's time to leave. You know where the door is. Don't make this harder than it is for all of us.
Don't forget to wear socks.
No,
the best time to wear socks is all the time.
We don't want to hear your socky songs. God, jeez. Some people, the liberties, alright? Just yet. I'll see you later. Bye. The cheek, the actual cheek. Everybody, I'm sorry for that false start of the show. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but welcome everybody, now that that's over. Welcome to Locking It Down with Lucy, episode 7. Oh, can you believe it? We are here, it is episode 7. It's very hot today, if you hadn't noticed. Oh, and of course, I've got to, what am I drinking, as always? It's Pepsi today. Oh, we got this at the weekend. I've been saving it for the show. Oh, it's like a sweet nectar. It's a sweet elixir. But my favourite thing to do, you give it a bit of... Do you want to hear the pouring? Oh, it's the smell. It's actually... Oh my god, I love it. It's so good. Although, unfortunately, I did crack it open early. I do like the little dancers that you get on the top of your like, just like little kisses to the face, but they're a little low down for me. Let's just take a quick sip of the elixir. It is good. Oh man, it's good to be back on the Pepsi. So hello everyone, how are we all doing? Bang out of order, says Communist Corner. I'm sorry, I'm the hostess with the mostess on the show, and that sock is, if you want to watch Socking It Down with Lacey, then you're in the wrong place for it. Oh, now that's all fizzed up. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna... You didn't pour it against the side. Is that what you're supposed to do? Am I okay? Alright, who have we got in the chat? Hello, Adam. Hello, Jake. Hello, Raphael. Freya. Burning Toast. Little Devil. Hey, how you doing, everybody? If you're new here, and you've just stumbled across this place, this little pocket universe on YouTube, I'm Lucy. And this is when that mug looks familiar. It is. This is where I just talk for an hour or so, or less, just because, I miss talking to people while we're in lockdown. Well, let's see, what's on the agenda today? Let's see, I mean, I have an agenda, but whether we stick to it or not is another matter. I'll let everyone saying hello. Hey, Bethany, hey, Bovrelaw, nice to see you guys doing the duties of the mod work. So, we have, of course, the check-in with the lowlights and the highlights. Then we're going to go to the topics of the week, which is more of a basic show today. It's just me, I'm afraid, again. What have I been playing? And then last week we had a quiz, and one of the winners of the quiz, Raphael, he was able to submit a topic, and his topic that he chose was the Uncharted movie, the fateful, damned, I don't know if it'll ever see the light of day Uncharted movie, but we're going to talk about it right here, episode 7, Locking It Down with Lucy. And then we're going to have the Q&A segment where you can ask any questions, as if anyone's got any questions left to ask. I don't know anymore. Is there any more places we can delve in the question world? But I'm always here to answer whatever is on your mind. As that's what Facebook says. What's on your mind? What's on your mind, son? I'm like, Facebook, Don't talk to me. And then we got the Lockdown Showdown. We're going classic for the Lockdown Showdown. Friend of the show, Ace Wildcat, has submitted an As Seen by Lucy that I will be performing at the end of the show, and you may guess what the film is, okay? It's one that I have not seen, but I shall be acting it out, probably horrendously. And yeah, that's what we got coming up on the show. So if that sounds like your cup of Pepsi, and it's always, or your mug of Pepsi, it's always my mug of Pepsi, then stick around. Let's talk it out. Oh, people, Walter saying thank you and congrats on the Outer Worlds Platinum. We already got some, we need to rename it to Chatting It Down with Lucy. Well, I don't know how long I'll be locking it down for, to be quite honest. I don't know. When I first started this, it was a bit of a laugh, and now it's become, like, a second job, but in a good way. Like, I do really enjoy writing the show notes and thinking of ideas for the show and stuff. So, it's quite interesting how this has evolved. You feel that the stream could be longer than an hour. Oh, blimey. Because you haven't, yeah, it is sad that if I have that sometimes. Like, I'm at work and at the end I will be like, oh God, I haven't spoke to anybody. So this is my outlet for speaking to people in this weird sort of world where we can only speak to people through a screen. It's sad. There was a new Teams update where you put your hand up now. So we just put our hands up. Put your hands up in the Teams chat. It's really hot. Let's start with lowlights of the week. Okay, think about your highlights and the lowlights and put them down in the chat. My first one is going to be that it's just too damn hot. But I hate being hot so much. It makes me so angry. I had the big window open and I was a bit worried that I was going to tumble out of it by accident. But nothing happened. I am obviously still alive, thank God. So yeah, that's my first one. I just can't take the heat, and I already feel like I'm gonna start like sweating away. So if by the end of this stream I'm like a little puddle on the floor, then that's where it has to be. Yes. Oh wow! Someone made it to a live show. Sharfik, welcome to the live stream. So yeah, that's another one. Oh, actually, I do have like a real life sort of thing that I just want to shout out to. I want to give a shout out to my grandma who fell over at the weekend. She's fine now, but she broke her pelvis and her shoulder. But she's at home now. She's all cool. So sending good vibes to grandma. I know there's a lot of people. That's one of the things. So part of this show is me having an outlet for talking to people at work. And one of the things that people liked to hear about was my grandma because she's got a very interesting way of talking. So I'll give you a little taste of the grandma voice because so I rang her up while she was in hospital, and I think she couldn't really hear properly, and she was like, "Oh, Jilly," who's my aunt. This is the I'm not, no word of a lie. This is how she talks. "Oh, Jilly, I've just had to go to the commode so many times, and I feel sorry because the girls have to take me." Grandma, it's me, Lucy. "Oh, it's Lucy. Oh, my honey bun. Oh, blah, blah, blah." And then there was the whole, she was like, "Oh, they're looking after me as well as Boris." And I was like, "Oh, that's good. Topical." So there we go. Just wanted to send good vibes to Grandma Reed, and hopefully that she's getting better. So yeah, but I want to talk about my main lowlight of the week. Okay, and that is something that I'm always looking forward to every year. I feel like this is a moment of the year which for me marks the halfway point almost of the year. And thank you everyone is burning toast for that. And that is the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, I just want to get a quick gauge in the chat. Eurovision Song Contest, yay, nay. Give me a thumbs up if you are pro Eurovision Song Contest. Give me a thumbs down if you dislike the Eurovision Song Contest. Because I don't know if we're going to be... I want to talk about it because I've got feelings. Oh, we've got some lowlights coming in. Little Devil, my lowlight is I still don't have the platinum for Lego Jurassic World. Oh, I remember. I got that on Vita. Highlight is a new dog toy arrived, and the dog is called Lucy, coincidentally. That's MacBoy's highlight. Lowlight for Freya is that her Uncharted 3 disc doesn't work anymore. That's really sad. Boris Johnson. Oh, people are saying, so what are we getting? We're getting a thumbs up from Fitz. We're getting a nay from Bethany. Let's see. Nay, lots. Well, I say lots. Fedico. Oh, here we are. The stream is catching up now. I've got a lots of thumb down for just the Eurovision Song Contest in general. Wow. I mean, oh, I got a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Nay. Okay, this is interesting. Feedback. So it's like a family tradition in my home. We always sit down, we always watch it, and it was something I was looking forward to. Okay, I watched the Eurovision Song Contest to get away from the depravities of life. Well, that's what I was going to do this weekend anyway. But it's just silly entertainment, and it just sort of like, you know, it's a laugh, and we take it sort of semi-seriously. And so I sat down with my little paper and pen as we always do. And it was the most depressing show on the planet. Like, normally it's like upbeat music. We're getting a lot of nays in the chat, so we could, Eurovision is worse news than Granny falling out. No, it's just I didn't want to dwell, you know. I like to try and keep the lowlights as high as the low can go, you know. It's like a low high in music terms. I don't know, I don't sing. So we sat down and it was just like, just play the songs. Why wouldn't they just play the songs? I understand that they can't be in the thing and it's not legit. I would have taken, we'll play the songs and people can just vote for which one that they like the best. It's not a canon result. And people just had a good time. But instead it's like, this next performance was done with the rules of social distancing. And it's one of the former winners singing their song in tremendous sadness in the middle of nowhere. Well, not the middle of nowhere, but somewhere outdoorsy where it's all empty. And I was like, this is making me so sad. Like there was one song in particular and it was showing all the places around the world, like some big like places in the planet where the streets were empty. And I was like, damn, like I don't need reminding. I actually said, we watched it, me and my sister and my dad, I was like, wow, this is really depressing me. I wanted to watch this to get away from my problems. And my dad goes, oh, what kind of problems are them, girl? And I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe the global pandemic. Like, so I was very disappointed. People, there's still quite a lot of yay nays going on. So I was just sad because I haven't actually even heard the songs, to be honest. But I have prepared something. Okay, I mean I don't know how well this is going to go down, but this is no word of a lie. We always make the Eurovision Song Contest. Here we go. Let's see. I'm going to have to get this up so I can see what's happening. These, everybody, are the official notes that our family has kept a record of since 2011. And I have made sure, although there is 1 year that's missing. Unfortunately, I think 2015 is missing because my dog pooed on the results. Not a joke. It really happened. My dog at the time, Misty, was very elderly. We left the results on the floor and she pooed on them. So I guess that's her opinion on Eurovision. She thinks it's shit. So we had to... Do you know what? There was a slight part of me that was like, are these results salvageable? Can I keep them for reference? And then I was like, no, there's dog poo on them. I really can't. I can't even go that way. So, yes. So these are the official results. Now, I'm going to ask someone in the chat if people even care. So we've got 2011 to 2019 here. Does anyone want to throw out a year and a country? And I can tell you what we've written for that song, and I'll see if I can remember it, because now what happened was my mum used to write them and then she retired from Eurovision from us, so the first few ones are my mum's thoughts, and then we decided to take on the role of writing the thing, because we would write a little we would write like a little description trying to remember it, and then we'd all have to try and come up with a score that we all all thought was appropriate. Sometimes it caused great arguments, okay? And I'm always on for Misty's opinion is bang on. Eurovision has always been awful. Don't know why she didn't like it. So, okay, so Little Devil has put Sweden 2017. Also, if you want to know what your own country, because I know we might have people from around the country. So we're going to Sweden. Oh my God, I've always wanted to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Eurovision Song Contest, where we are going to look back. This is probably a terrible accent, I should stop. We're going to look back at some of the entries as given by the chat. So let us cast our minds back to 2017, Sweden. Right, let's see if we have this one. 2016. Oh, 2017 is one of the missing years, sorry. Let's go to 2015. Oh no, 2015 is the poo year. That one doesn't exist either. 2013, Cuba. I don't even think Cuba's was Cuba in it? We have 2013 here. Let's see. Sorry, I'm gonna have to look through my papers. No, I don't think Cuba's in it. Belgium 2015 is the shit year, literally and figuratively. Now, okay, 2012 England. Let's see. Now we always beef our own people up, I suppose. Let's see. So, the UK was the first act on. So it took place in Azerbaijan. It was the first act with Inkelbert, and my mum has written, nailed it, 9 out of 10. We enjoyed it. That one was the one with like, so gracious and pure, blah, 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 blah. But I can't remember the actual chorus. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Eurovision. Let's see. What else we got here? Ireland 2012. Oh, this... Ireland 2012. Was this Jedward? Okay. So... Ireland no, that's Iceland. Let's see, I have to learn how to read my mum's handwriting. I've got Sweden here. Someone's put Kate Bush, material out, dance, 7 out of 10. Oh, is that Euphoria? Euphoria. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. This is good. Ireland. Oh, number 23. Yeah, so Ireland on 23rd. Jedward. Mind I say... My mum needs to improve her handwriting. Good Euro song. 9 out of 10 we gave Jedward. Was this Lipstick? She got a lipstick on, here she comes, da-da-da. Or was this the I am close to the waterline? I think it was... I thought Lipstick was better, to be quite honest. Let's do one more. Egypt wasn't in it. Israel 2018. Okay, so this is mine now in 2018. We can wrap this up soon. Nul point. What's this? Oh, I've stuck them together. Was Israel in it? So here we go. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah. Israel 22. Crazy song. Pop culture reference. Not your toy. Lucky Cat. 7 out of 10. That's I'm not your toy. Not your toy. You stupid boy. It's that one. I love reading this. Isn't it weird that, well, people are picking the winners. Poland 2014. Is that the one with all the girls? Hang on. We gotta, please not Israel. Actually, I thought that was interesting. So what we're looking at, Poland 2014. Loads of people are probably just turned off now because they hate Eurovision. Oh! My mum, this is the mum one. My mum's written soft porn, corny, on milkmaids. Oh no, she's written soft porn, carry on milkmaids. 4 out of 10. So there you go. Right, Jedward. So there we go. This is the sanctity of the Eurovision. Sadly, wasn't upheld this year. What was last year's winner? If I can remember. Oh, it was that man at the piano. See, I always think it's a bit boring when man at a piano or something wins. He was Netherlands. Yeah, manic keyboard, piano, very simple staging. Meh, 5 out of 10. But that's the thing. I enjoy a good bit of the old Eurovision. I was sorely let down. So that's my hot take on Eurovision. Let's move along to this family cycle. Now we don't like if we commit to something, we're gonna do it all the way. So Netherlands, thank you Netherlands, say so. That's my thoughts on Eurovision. Very sad. They could have at least done a vote, and it could have gone to, I don't know, COVID-19 something or other. So yeah. Right, let's move on now to the highlights of the week. Okay, so highlight number 1. At the weekend, we got a Starbucks, and oh my god, it tasted like sweet heaven. Now, I don't normally drink coffee or anything, but my sister went on the coffee run, and oh my god, I got a frappuccino, I got a chocolate one, and I sucked that thing up in like 3 minutes flat. I was like, oh, it was so good. I can't begin to tell you. So that was a pretty fun bit of the weekend. But then my main highlight, little highlight as well. For those of you who have been part of the show for a long time, I had a lot of eye issues at the start of lockdown. My eyelashes are finally starting to grow back. I was very worried that for a long time I would be bald in the eyelash department and I'd be brutally beaten up in the streets because people are like, hey, look at her, it's the girl without the eyelashes, let's get her. And I'm like, no! But thankfully there is growth. Growth has returned. Yeah, I'm quite happy about that. I thought, it's this eye. Yeah, you probably can't see, but finally I will return, my eyes will be normal again. But my main highlight of the week was a little thing that me and my friends do, which is a little show. Well, it's not a show. No one ever sees it. We do a thing called Podcast Club. So we get together and we talk about podcasts. It's like a podcast about podcasts. And we started doing it last year because we kind of just discovered that we all listen to the same podcast. Like, I don't remember how it really went down. But so the podcast I listened to was like the Kind of Funny podcast. I listened to Beyond now and again. And I think somehow me and the guy that sat behind each other realised we were both listening to the same podcast, and we were like, hang on a minute, this other guy listens to this podcast. So then we were just like, why don't we go for lunch and talk about the podcasts? And so that's what we did, and it became like one of my favourite things we used to do, like once a month at least. So we all got roles. There was El Presidente, who is Manish. Shout out to El Presidente, our Lord and Master, who we love indefinitely. Okay, he would always put the agenda together. So he hosts Podcast Club, And so he puts the agenda together. My role is Podcast Club PA. So I'll sort of, you know, give El Presidente a bit of a nudge, help him out, you know. Oh, because that was the other thing that we used to do with Podcast Club. We always used to pick a destination that we were going to eat at. So that would be the other thing. So it'd be like, we're going to have Podcast Club and we're going to go and eat at Nando's. And that's where we would have Podcast Club. The best one was when we had Podcast Club the picnic. So we went to M&S and we bought loads of food and we just had it. Oh, and this was actually, well, this is the thing, we take Podcast Club very, very seriously. Okay, by the way, shout out to Tristan as well. Tristan is Podcast Club events manager, but we'll get to him. Podcast Club and the picnic was one of my favourite memories because we went to the park, it was a very hot day, and we started having Podcast Club, and two of our other friends came, and it all turned very Mean Girls because they came to sit with us, and we very much went, you can't sit with us. Like, and they're like, why? And it's like, we're having Podcast Club. And they were like, what? And so we just say, I mean, you can sit with us, but just a little bit further away because we are going to be talking about. And it was really like slightly awkward when they realised that we were being deadly serious. We were like, no. We are, this is happening. So that was a fun day when we isolated our friends to talk about video games. And then we had another great day, which was Tristan, events manager. Shout out to Tristan and Manish, obviously. I can't remember who I shouted out to. He would he would scout out any Podcast Club events that we could go to. So we went to the IGN 500 podcast celebration thing. That was pretty fun. So anyway, to make this whole story come back around, we had online Podcast Club and we talked for an hour and 45 minutes. So that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Definitely a big highlight of the week. Went through all of the big news club agendas. What are people talking about? Podcast Club. Yes. So yes, that was the Starbucks on my story. So let's see. Poor Tristan. Wow, the events manager didn't even pick where the event is. No. Wait, that does sound really... Like, the event happens at a lunch, but he, like, does the events, like, the proper events. But, of course, events are off the cards at the moment. But, yeah, it's great. We take it very seriously. And it's a little bit nerdy, but I love it. So let's see what everyone else's highlights of the week are. I think I saw some at the top. So let's just see. Did you get a new guinea pig, Bethany? Is that your highlight of the week? Managed to Podcast Club greater than Sock Talk. Good, I'm glad. Let's see. We'll just wait for some highlights to come in. But those were my main ones. I always enjoy a bit of the old Podcast Club. So I look forward to reconvening with those guys again when some news rolls up. We all take it very seriously. Like, we go through the news articles, we go around one by one, and everyone gets their time to speak. I think it's a good time all round. We love it. It's a bit nerdy. I think it's kind of turned into our own podcast. Originally, we would actually talk about the podcast and the characters on it, and then it became more of a just us talking about what we wanted to talk about. The Sleeping Giant said almost becoming an affiliate on Twitch. Nice one. Well done. Jay beat Kingdom Hearts 3 this weekend. Nice work. Freya got a new guinea pig. I was thinking, Bethany, how many people are you going to have in that house? There we go. Oh, good. We got managed to get the platinum on Red Dead Redemption 2 in lockdown. That's Liam. 250 hours plus. That deserves a great big round of applause. Well done. Because we're going to get to Red Dead, ladies and gentlemen. If you thought I ranted about it last week, and I have more things to say because it never ends. Siamese Cat says highlight of the week is a new game. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for your highlights and lowlights. Let's get on to clip of the week. So clip of the week is a little different this week. It comes from a video game. And it's a little bit of Red Dead Redemption 2. This is nature telling me to shove it when I'm trying to... So I've been trying to get the nature... there's that trophy for getting 3 stars on animals. This is what happened to me, and this is when I realised the game was giving me a great big F you. So as you can see here, I found this Seldwig earwax thing. I don't know what it's called. I'm trying to highlight at least like as many as possible. And then this great big deer comes and frickin' takes me out. I was fuming. I was in this area for a good flipping hour trying to get these birds to not only spawn, but to get a good one to come up. And I missed it. I missed them. And I had to wait for the next rotation. That's nature telling me to stop killing nature. And I was fuming throughout the whole thing. So that's the thing. After doing that, I finally managed to get its art trophy, which the thing is, I didn't even really know that there was like 2 parts to it, for goodness sake. So just was like, please let it be over. Finally finished that, and I felt like a weight had been lifted. Now I'm also quite sad to say that on Saturday I wasted at least 80% of the day playing Red Dead Redemption. The other 20% of the day was wasted watching Eurovision and crying myself to sleep, being like, why did I watch this? It's even more depressing. But we've talked about Eurovision. We've talked about it. So, oh yeah, and that's what happened. So after watching Eurovision, I was like, ugh, I'm too annoyed to go to bed now. I'm going to have to do something. So I thought, oh, do you know what I'll do? I'll play Red Dead Redemption and clear out some of these bloody collectibles. Why does this game have so many stupid collectibles that take you... It took me 3.5 hours to collect the dinosaur bones. Because I have a bit of an obsessive personality. I mentioned this last week. I decided that if I'm going to do this, I want to do it in one sitting so that I don't lose track, and it just took forever, and you're literally just going around the map. Now that's not to say that earlier in the day I didn't already go around the whole map collecting the dream catchers. There was something else that already went around the map to collect. What was that? I can't remember now. And I have to do it again. I can't be wasting time doing circuits of the map. The map is huge. It took so long. So what I'm going to have to do is I think I'm going to have to try and double up somehow. So I think I've still got another collectible and something else. Oh, and I've discovered there's more hunting. Not just the zoologist trophy, not just the skinning the trophy, whatever it is. There's some other collectible that requires you to get plume eggs or something. The game never relents. Why? And also, when you do one of these tasks, your little percentage goes up like by a fraction. Like, it's just like, it just feels so unsatisfying because you're just like, I went through all of that to get 0.5%. Oh my god. We'll get there, everybody. That's the Red Dead Diaries for you. That's my entry for this week. It's just collectibles. But that's it. I'm taking a Red Dead break, okay? I'm Red Dead done for now because I want to play something else this weekend, okay? I want to either go back to an old game, start a new game. Also, my thumb's going to fall off. Like, the RSI is real, people. Like, I'm mashing X the whole time because I've got to ride my horse around the map 1 billion times just because that's the only way. Why? I mean, it's too far now. The only good news is that I have finally reached my percentage that I was already at in my previous playthrough because I had to go back. So that's the thing. But yeah, that's my life is playing Red Dead, but it's not going to happen this time. So I commend anybody. Have you gotten the gold rush? Arthur Morgan's in the chat. Oh my god. Hi Arthur. Dear God, wow. I love you, Arthur. It's nice to see you. But yeah, this if I was going to, like, you know, if I was Arthur Morgan, I'd write some sort of diary like, Dear Diary, today I went around the map hunting dinosaur bones. Oh, and that was the other thing that happened to me that I totally forgot. So I had spent so much time in the wilderness hunting this rubbish that Bill from the camp came to find me, and he's like, hey Arthur, Dutch was asking where you are. And I was like, okay Bill, I can't come back to camp now. He asked me if I wanted to come back to camp with him. Like, they actually sent out the search party for me. And what Bill must have said when he got back to camp to see Dutch, he's like, oh, Dutch, I found Bill. Oh, no, I'm Bill. Hey, Dutch, I found Arthur, but he looked crazy. He had this crazy look in his eyes, and his beard was all grown out, and he told me he couldn't come back to camp because he was looking for a 3-star badger. Like, I think he's gone mad, Dutch. Like, cause that's all. In real, I was like, oh, I can't come back to camp with you, Bill, because I bloody well saw this badger over there, and I'm gonna have to kill it because some crazy woman has been messaging me via, like, you know, post, telling me that she needs it because she's a crazy taxidermist lady or something. Oh god, what they must think. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna calm down from the rant. Oh, that's what I did. I collected the weapons. That was the other thing I collected this morning. So yeah. It took me 3 months to get the plat. Flies keep flying near my ears. It's annoying. Oh yeah, it's just. Oh, I can't even. So, the other thing I played this week. Let's just take a swig of the old Pepsi, just to calm my nerves. Is I did play Borderlands 3 for a bit with Westbury, who won the one of the quiz questions last week, which, yeah, he won a quiz question, and I was like, oh, hey, I think he won to play something. So we played Borderlands 3, which was a lot of fun, and he helped me get a trophy, which is always you know, much appreciated. It was the one where you had to do the shooting range, and so you very kindly helped with that. So big up to you. Thank you so much for being patient with me doing that. Much appreciated, and it was good. I mean, see, I like Borderlands 3. It's fun to play, but I do take a break from it because I just get a little bit fatigued from it. It's a nice sort of throwaway game to play. So maybe I'll go back to that this weekend. Maybe finish that off. I don't know. I've yet to decide. So that was pretty good. But the thing I enjoyed, there he is in the chat. Woo! Westbury31, thank you so much. The thing I really enjoyed this week was playing Overcooked 2 with Bethany. Mod Bethany is in the chat somewhere, and there was a quiz last week, Mac boy. So we were doing some Overcooked 2 because, you know, the week before we played that totally unreliable delivery service, and I was like, let's go back to our old haunts. Let's play something we know and love. And I do have a clip lined up here from when we played it this week, and because me and Bethany, we decided to play online this week, you know, because we were helping each other out, get some trophies and stuff, and some we had to do some things to win. Now, I'm not proud of them, but it had to be done, you know. When you're in the kitchen, you got to do what you got to do, okay? It's dog eat dog, chef eat chef. Now, I can only apologise for this clip, because when me and Bethany play the games, I'm not like, we're not playing to record something, but when something funny happens, I'll just press record. So the mic is not like great. I'm also whispering because it's quite late at night, and the other thing is we can't hear Bethany because her mic was muted, because we didn't realise. And also I have to apologise for my wheezing and my terrible laughing. So here we go. This is what me and Bethany did, playing some Overcooked and some of the devilish things that we had to do to get by.
We need burgers. I'm going to steal their burger. Back and stealing their burger. That woman she was so confused. Oh. And we need to chop it. Stop throwing chicken legs at me. Are you stealing their food again? Bethany! Right, Bethany, take this meal. She's gonna steal it from us. Bethany, she wants to steal it. Right, get in the corner. Get in the corner. Beth, get in the corner. Get in the corner. Go. Get it. Yes. No. Well, I'm gonna cook the next meal. Yes. Alright, here's the meal. Bethany, we need plates. Bethany, no! Bethany, she stole the meal! And she served it for us. Right. Yeah, let's do a well played. I'm recording it now.
So there we go. That was me and Bethany playing some Overcooked 2, doing some sneaky things to get by. Honestly, I was dying with laughter, as you could hear. I don't know why I was laughing like I was hooked up to some kind of, like, you know, Darth Vader machine or something, but I think it's because I knew I had to be quiet as well, so I was like Bethany, I'm crying. I thought it was so much fun. And that poor mouse girl woman, I don't know why, I just saw her as a girl. She stayed with us and we played quite a few matches and she didn't quit. So I would like to applaud her for staying with it. It was funny, at one point she was throwing like tortilla wraps at us to try and put us off. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get by in life. So me and Bethany were always on the lookout for more multiplayer games that we can play, in this time of need, especially because that's how we can, connect, have some fun. And unfortunately, there isn't that many games to play that we both want to just like have fun or whatever. And then I found out there's this game, but this game I'm gonna play a trailer here because I really want to play this game with Bethany, but the game doesn't have online as we currently speak. So I'm hoping that maybe we can give the game a little bit of a shout out, and maybe Team 17 might give us some multiplayer. So here we go. The game is called Moving Out. It's like Overcooked, but you're moving things. So hopefully one day we can play it. So let's play the clip.
Product not yet rated.
This mandatory instructional video will move you one step closer to your destiny. Welcome to the FART family. As a certified furniture and relocation technician, it's important you maintain the highest level of quality. When it comes to moving on time, don't let anything stand in your way. As they say, if you can't move it, lose it. Then go move something else. Style, grace, and danger are all your middle name. Windows and doors can be replaced, and so can you. Professionalism, efficiency, speed, agility, busting ghosts. What in the world? Just because you're risking your life doesn't mean you can't have fun. With the power of moving!
How much fun does that look? But unfortunately there isn't online. At the moment it's only couch co-op in a world where couch co-op is not allowed. You're not allowed to have someone to come cooperatively sit with you on the couch in this current moment. So I'm hoping Team 17, please let me and Bethany, we've been best friends since we were 2. All we want to do is play games together and have a laugh. Please let it happen, because it just looks like a lot of fun. And we've smashed Overcooked, as you can see. We're all over it. Me and Bethany, we're like, chefing it up left, right, and centre. And so now we want to change careers, chores in a game. We want to be delivery people, and it looks like a lot of fun, but not totally reliable delivery people. We want to be moving people. Can't you share play? Oh my God, Communist Corner, you may have cracked. Would that work? Are we breaking new grounds here? My God, because I want to lift things up, alright? I want to be, have the biceps of, Brick's biceps level of strength to lift these sofas and, carefully maneuver them around somebody's house and shove it into a truck and know that people, can move. But I think it looks like a lot of fun. Maybe I'll have to tweet Team 17 or something and be like, please, let me and my pregnant friend play. I mean, you don't want to disappoint a pregnant lady, do you? Nobody does, really. So, yes, everyone's saying it looks fun. Throw the sofa through the window. I do like the fact that in the game it does look like it doesn't matter how. You just gotta move the things and it'll be okay. So yeah, that is that's a game I'd like to play at some point. So now let's you can play with the sock with the intro. That Lacey ain't gonna want to play with me. Me and Lacey are rivals, okay? There was once a girl at my school called Lacey. She was a lot older than me, and I always remember this moment because we were like little kids, right? We were obviously really cool. We were like in the playground at the age of 14 reenacting Doctor Who episodes, okay? Because that's the level of cool we are, okay? On the scale of iceberg, the iceberg that sunk the Titanic, okay? He's got proper ocean rep, okay? Because he's in the ocean, alright? Everyone's like, that iceberg, what a legend, right? So on a scale from legendary iceberg that sunk the Titanic to your basic bit wet iceberg lettuce. This is on the iceberg coolness scale. We're up there. We're up there with the iceberg that sunk the Titanic, surely. So, we were doing that, and then old Lacey comes over, steals our ball, God, and sticks it up her top and goes, oh, look, everybody, I'm pregnant. And I just remember being like, oh, my God, that's not fun at all. We're having a great time. So, yeah, Lacey, arch nemesis. Nemesis. Someone asked me how many times I've moved house. Only once. Yeah, that I do remember that, actually. One of the first things I remember doing when I moved into this house, I just ran around the other room over there. Just ran around the walls. Don't know why. Playgrounds at 14. Hey! We were cool, damn it. So yeah, what was I talking about? I don't even remember anymore. Should we go back to the, why do you need a ball for Doctor Who? I don't know, maybe it was like a villain or something. I would normally play the Doctor, I think. And then, we'd have someone that always played the villain, someone who always played the companion, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but it became a whole thing. So I don't know why I started talking about this. Oh, because someone brought up Lacey the Sock. Okay, but the next topic I want to talk about on the agenda is, of course, the Uncharted movie. Raphael, he submitted the topic, and by God, I don't even know where to begin on this movie, okay? Because, quite frankly, I'm going to put it out there. I don't even want it to exist. If someone gave me the chance to go on, like, a GTA heist mission where it's like, hey, CJ, I don't know why I'm CJ, but, CJ went into Area 69, or was it 52? I can't remember what they called it. I know it was something. And he stole the black pudding, which is what we called the jetpack. I think the mission was called the Black Project, but we called it the black pudding. I don't know. We were kids. So he'd be like, hey CJ, we need you to get this top secret script. And I'm like, oh, and you need to steal it and burn it? That's what I'd do. I'd take the Uncharted script and I'd be like, this doesn't need to exist. And I would just destroy it. Because the Uncharted games, Bethany's telling me to get back to the list. I'm on it, Bethany, don't worry. The Uncharted games are obviously my favourite games of all time. And I feel like they are the way that the story should be experienced. Now, yes, Uncharted 1 does have its flaws. It's very much, a product of its time. It's got a lot of chunks of, now you will play story mode. Now you will shoot guys for a lot of time. Now you must sit and watch story. Now it's climbing time, okay? It hasn't really weaved it all together. So, I just don't know. And also, Nolan North is Nathan Drake. And I understand, it's a popular franchise. So, before we get into this, I did do some research. Never let it be said that I haven't done research for a topic, okay? So apparently the film started production in 2008. That's a long time ago. That was before even Uncharted 2 came out. So I'm not really sure. Never let it be said that Lucy hasn't done her research, but maybe it is said that Lucy only looked at Wikipedia and went, that'll do. So take my research with a pinch of salt, because this is where this has all come from. And it's apparently a prequel. Now, I don't know how on the book we're going to be. I don't want it to be, I don't know. I have too many feelings about this movie, and most of them are not good. I will see it. I will definitely see it, because I think I would have to. I'd have to watch it, just because I would want to, know what they did with it. It's probably going to have to be some sort of side universe thing for me. Like, the games are going to be canon. So what have we got here? We got Tom Holland is apparently going to be Nathan Drake, which I think fine. He's all right. I watched Spider-Man. I have only watched the first one. He was good. And I also watched some of the Avengers films which he was in. Which one was he in? I can't remember. So, okay, decent choice. Although my choice for Nathan Drake would have been Brett Dalton, who played Ward in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and also played, what was his name? Was it Mike in Until Dawn? I think he would have been great. I think he looks kind of like him, but they're going for a young Nathan Drake, so what can you do? And then we also got Mark Wahlberg as Sully, apparently. I don't know. I don't watch movies that much, so I can't really speak to these actors, to be quite honest. I think I might have watched Ted. That might have been the only thing I've seen Mark Wahlberg in. No idea what else he was in. Is he a good Sully? I don't know. So I think this movie may never see the light of day, because the other thing is it's apparently meant to come out July 2021, but Tom Holland has Spider-Man commitments, which has caused this to be pushed back, and of course the current situation of COVID-19 or whatever has also caused it to be pushed back. So this film is littered in bad luck, and I'm not ever sure what is actually going to happen with it. I don't even know what I want this movie to be. I don't think you can just recreate the first game. It's going to have to be its own story. I think I would prefer it's a different story, to be quite honest. Maybe Tom. So what are we all saying in the chat? Are we yaying or naying for the Uncharted movie? He was good in Deepwater Horizon movies. And also, it's gone through so many directors. I don't understand. This game is more cursed than the treasure from El Dorado. I'm telling you that. Every director, maybe that's what happens. Every director, they're like, here's the script for the Uncharted movie, and they get given this golden sort of statue thing, which is where the script is kept, and they open it up, and they're like, and all the bad juju, the mummy juju that comes out of the the mummy in the game just goes, and they all go mad, and then they have to quit. I don't know. There's something about it. I'm getting some thumbs down from, is it Guido? Yeah, we're not feeling the Nathan Drake movie. Now, the movie has, affected me so deeply that I've actually dreamt about going to watch the movie. So I do have here, as part of my props for today, This is, everybody, my dream journal. Yes, if it didn't get weirder than me just having a trophy logbook and, you know, the Eurovision rankings all listed, I also do have this pucker pad where I've written down my dreams. Now, the dream journal... Oh, no, I've lost my page now. That was dumb. The dream journal is now defunct. Okay, the last dream entry was entitled Karaoke Forever. And it was August 19. It was the 7th of August 2019. That was actually a dream where there were people at work who had kidnapped people and they forced them to sing Karaoke Forever. And I was like, what a terrible punishment! Imagine having to. And it was like, because they were trying to, like, you know how in Monsters Inc. they're sucking the scream out of your voice. This was it. They were sucking the karaoke out of your lungs. And I was like, this is terrible. We need to save these people. So that's what I'm saying. I don't have time to write my dreams down anymore. I used to have a lot of time back in the day. I could wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I can write this dream down. I mean, we got a good chunk of dreams here, but what I would like to read you today is the dream I had about going to see the Uncharted movie. That's how... Here we go. It was on the 12th of March 2018, Uncharted movie dream. Here we go. Alright, it's a dramatic reading, if I may say so. Okay, everybody close your eyes, imagine you're asleep, and listen to the dream. Now I also just write in bullet points, okay, so 12th of March 2018, Uncharted movie dream. Dreamt about going to the Uncharted... Let's start again. Dreamt about going to the cinema with Beth, Claire and Shona to see the Uncharted movie. We stopped at the shops to buy some sweets first. I really wanted strawberry laces, but there weren't any. Sad beginning already. When we got to the cinema, it was really crowded because there was a premiere happening for another film. I remember that really annoyed me in the dream. I was like, why would you do that? For God's sakes. The cinema looked really cool though, with Uncharted props everywhere, so I was quite excited. Before it started, people came round asking for volunteers, and I was chosen. I had to pretend I was a prisoner for a bit, and I won some prizes. I don't remember this bit, actually. Reading your dreams is weird. Then I joined my friends sitting down, although the seats were more like pews in a church, and it looked like the church from Uncharted 1. Very odd. We had to squeeze together, and it was really hot and smelly. The film started with Nate and Chloe after the events of Uncharted 2, so I was very happy, but Nate quickly left the scene without saying anything. The rest of the film was filled with strange cameos like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, The Muppets, and skits from the Edge and Christian show. My friends really hated it and decided to leave before the end, leaving me behind, but I felt like I had to stay and watch it to the end. And I was very disappointed. So there we go. That's my Uncharted dream. My experience, and so you can see it really went into my brain how much I don't want this film, and it even sucked in my dream. I'm pretty sure I must have dreamt about it before, but that was the that was the dream that I could pull out, because when I started writing them. I didn't always write titles for the dreams, which is kind of annoying. So sometimes I kind of have to flick through and just sort of see. Like here I've got there was a new patch for Uncharted 3 that changed the ending. As you were leaving the desert, Chloe comes and says we have to fight our way out of the village. Then it looked like Uncharted 2 as a tank was there. I thought it was really cool to play. Then at secondary school, okay, now it's just changed to things about secondary school. So that's what I'm saying. That's my Uncharted dream journal. That's my hot take on the Uncharted movie. Damn, what a story. That church. So there we go. Overall thoughts, yes, the Edge and Christian show did feature in it. No, but I will see it for posterity. So there we go. That's the Uncharted dream. So let's take some Q&A. So I'll give you some time to think of some questions. We'll go to the Q&A segment of because the show's coming to an end. I've talked for 50 minutes somehow. I don't know how. Do you eat a lot of strong cheese before bed? I don't know. No, the thing is, with the dream journal, the more you write the dreams down, the more you actually do remember them. Which reminds me, earlier this week, I had a very weird dream experience. While you're writing your questions down, I dreamt about something so funny that it woke me up in my sleep, but I actually wasn't laughing. I was laughing backwards. I was going when I woke up, but it was really funny. But then when I woke up, I was like, this is not funny, and I actually really hurt my lungs. It's not a good time for lung pain, I'll tell you that. I was like, oh my God. But I think I'm okay. But that was really weird. I've never woken up laughing from a dream. So it was like knee-slappingly like laughing, and then when I woke up, I was like, ow. There's no quiz this week, Freya. Unfortunately, I've got to shake it up sometimes at the end of the show. So She has. I don't drink milk before bed. No, I don't even drink milk. It's well gross. Apart from in cereal. That's the only time. Although it's got to be good cereal. Let's see. What questions have we got here? Harry's asking me, how am I? Do you know what? I'm going to level with you guys, okay? Because I'm anything if but transparent. Before the show, I was having a really bad day. Like, I really wasn't feeling the day. But I was like, you know what? This does perk me up. And so thanks for everyone being here and, you know, making the day a bit better. Because I honestly felt like just going to bed and just being like, wah, and just being sad. But I didn't want to miss the show. I wanted to, you know, I thought doing it would make me happy, hopefully, you know, chatting to some other people, getting out some of my frustrations. So thank you very much for that. You know, not every day is a good day in lockdown, but, you know, you got to roll with the punches. And I feel like I do have ups and downs. So what can you do? Hopefully one day this will be over. So let's see. What do we got here? What's the most bizarre game you've played? Mine was Inside. Bizarre game? That's a really hard question to think of on the spot. I mean, the first one that comes to mind was that Total Delivery Service game, just because it was dumb. Bizarre game. I'm gonna have to think about that one because I don't really play indie games that much. I normally just stick to what I know. There must be. Oh, there was like this gnome game on the Wii, which was quite fun. I was like do 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 do, and it was like this gnome that was that you run and collect socks, but it had really good soundtrack. That was pretty bizarre, but it was good. I don't know, I'm going to have to think about this one. Adam's saying, what other notebooks do you have and what topics are they about? I do have, oh my god, see, I love a bit of stationery, okay, you know. No matter how hard you push the envelope, it'll always be stationery. That's me doing my own. But yeah, I do like writing things down. So I've got my dream journal. I've got Man of Medan. Good shout, Bethany, for most bizarre game. That game was bizarre. Let's talk about that in a minute. I've got my dream journal. I've got my trophy log journal. I've kind of got like not a diary, but a diary that I kept for a couple of years where I wouldn't like write, dear diary, today I blah 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 blah. It was more like I would write quotes from the day. So if it was like a day out, so let's say me and Bethany went to Pizza Hut or something, I'll be like, Beth and I went to Pizza Hut, and then if Bethany did something funny, I'd write, Bethany did this. And then I would draw little pictures of like little things that happened. So rather than it being like a retelling of the day, it was more just like a little scrapbook of just quotes and funny things. And I'd also stick like receipts in there and stuff like that. That was always fun. I enjoy looking back at those sometimes. And then of course I've got my my YouTube thoughts and ideas notepads. So if I think of an idea, I'll just open up this notepad and I'll just write it down. And so I've got an ideas one, and then I have the actual, like, this is what I'm gonna do plan. So I might just draw a storyboard or write out an intro and like do that. So I do have a plethora of notepads, and I've got loads I've never even written in because they're too pure. Yeah, so Man of Medan, I think that was a bizarre game. If I just talk about that quickly, just because I felt like it was trying to be Until Dawn, but it didn't quite hit all those beats. And me and Bethany were playing it together, and we were just like, this is just weird, and it just ended really quickly. It was odd. Cesar G is asking, do you have a PSVR? No, I don't, and I'm really sad that I don't, because in a time like this, I really wish I had one, because nothing makes me happier than Astrobot. Astrobot is like the purest game I've ever played. Like, I've gone around Bethany's house to play it, and it just makes me happy. I've got an Astrobot song that I would love to sing you guys, but I need to work out how to listen to the music, because I've written a song to the Astrobot, what is it? It's the Funky Fungi level. It's called Daydream Romance. It's like, walking around in my pants, life is a wonderful dance, when you're living a daydream romance. And I've got like a whole song for it. So one day I will perform that. But I've got to work out how to get the music to play for me, because otherwise I'll just be singing out of time, or I'll have to sing a cappella. But yes, Astrobot, I wish I had that. Oh yeah! The other notebook I had is one from the French trip. Oh my god, the French trip diary. That was a good one. Sorry, now I'm just skipping back and forth to little comments on the screen. Well, actually, I am looking at the screen. Top 5 Vita games, says Silent Jet. Oh, Golden Abyss. I don't know if these are going to be in any order. I'm just going to say them. Golden Abyss, the Persona 4 dancing, Persona 5 dancing, Persona 4 Golden, and Danganronpa. I think I might have only played maybe 7 Vita games. So that's pretty much my Vita collection, to be quite honest. Why do I talk so fast? Sorry, I need to home it down. Sorry. I just get a bit, I don't know, I just get a bit excited and talk a lot. What have we got here? What are your thoughts on the Tony Hawk remaster? Pretty good, pretty decent, like it's pretty cool. I played Tony Hawk's Underground 2, the one with like Bam and Johnny Knoxville in. I enjoyed that one. The soundtrack's pretty good. That was the best bit. But yeah, I wasn't particularly good at them, but I did used to have them. Favorite Uncharted soundtrack? Ooh, Uncharted 2. I like how I went, ooh, Uncharted 2. I love the Uncharted 2 music, but I also do love the Uncharted, the first Uncharted game music. Least favourite is 4. Just doesn't have the same vibe to it. Okay, let's take one more question before we go into the lockdown showdown. Let's see, what do we got here? Bethany, because she has too much to say in an hour. That game was awesome. People talk. Okay, Flameslinger Alex is saying, what music do you listen to? Like, what artists? Well, if you go back to episode 5, I put in the description a Spotify playlist that I put together for what songs I like. So you can always go to that. If you go back to that episode, you can go to the playlist called Sounding It Down with Lucy. And you can look at there and see what I like. But normally my favourite band is like Zebrahead. I like them. Bit of rap rock. I also like Chris Jericho's band Fozzy. What else do I like listening to? The thing is, I don't normally listen to like bands exclusively. Like I'll sort of dip in and out. Oh, I like Rise Against. Oh, I love Simple Creatures. Yeah, it's Simple Creatures. Yeah. So maybe kind of like, you know, sort of like rock, pop rock, that sort of genre is what I like best. Okay, let's go to the lockdown showdown. Thank you everyone for your questions. So this was submitted by Ace Wildcat. Okay, so he's got a movie that I've not seen. I think it's one that he realised. I think I know what movie it is, but I've just never seen it, so I don't really know these characters. So let's jump into it. So you need to say what film this is from, but to the exact. I don't just want the franchise. We want the actual film. Okay. Gotta warm up the old vocal muscles. Ba-ba-da-ba. So, here we go. As Seen by Lucy. I've not actually read this either. This is the first time reading it. Well, your worship, looks like you've managed to keep me around for a little while longer. I had nothing to do with it. General Recan thinks it's dangerous for any ships to leave the system until we've activated the energy shield. That's a good idea. I think you just can't bear to let a gorgeous guy like me out of your sight. I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain. Then it says, Wookiee laugh, think of a bear mixed with a monkey and a lion. Laugh it up, fuzzball, but you didn't see us alone in the South Passage. She expressed her true feelings for me. Why are you stuck up half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder? So, there we go. That was the first scene. So Dave says The Empire Strikes Back. So I'm guessing it's Star Wars. I don't know. I don't know if that's correct or not. Are these all from the same... Star Wars and New Hope? How do I get the official answer on what it is? It's definitely Star Wars. We've got another one here. Let's go for the next one. Oh, I think this might be a robot. He made a fair move. Screaming about it won't help you. Let him have it. It's not wise to upset a Wookiee. No, sir. Nobody worries about upsetting a droid. That's because droids don't pull people's arms out of their socket when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that. I see your point, sir. I suggest a new strategy. R2, let the Wookiee win. What is this? And then... Oh, there's a third one here. I don't know where this is from. But let's try the third one. What's everyone saying? It's the scene when Luke is in hospital. A New Hope. No, it's... Oh, we're starting a Star Wars battle. Solo. I don't know if we'll ever get the answer to what these are. A New Hope. Maybe I should have the person that submits it to give me the answer in a separate email. So that I can actually... Okay, people saying A New Hope. Yes, A New Hope. Bethany saying yes, A New Hope. Okay, let's do the final one here. This might be something different, actually. Okay, clear your minds for the final As Seen by Lucy for the day. How do we kill it, Ash? It's gotta be a way of killing it. How do we do it? You can't. That's bullshit. Well, you still don't understand what you're dealing with, do you? A perfect organism. Its structural perfectionism is matched only by its hostility. You admire it? I admire its purity. A survivor, unclouded by conscious remorse or delusions of morality. I've heard enough of this. I'm asking you to pull the plug. I can't lie to you about your chances, but you have my sympathies. I don't know what this is. It's that Star Wars Lucy Locks Down. I'm gonna guess that this was Alien just because the character was called Ripley, but I just don't know. I just don't know. Alien, okay. Pokemon. Well, it's not the Pikachu movie. I think it might be Alien. People are saying Alien. So I think that's Alien, yo. Okay. Well, there we go. That was As Seen by Lucy, the first SpongeBob movie. Prometheus. No, I think it was the first two were Star Wars. That one was Alien. There you go. Someone in the studio world of films. I'm here to be hired. I can reenact any movie at the drop of a hat, as you can see. Don't have had to have watched it. So as we're wrapping up the show here today, let's go for a joke of the week to end on. Okay, I've been enjoying jokes this week. You know, to try and lift the mood. And this has been my favourite joke that I found this week. Okay, so we're in the wild frontier. Okay, by the way, this is a designer joke. Let's start again. We're in the wild frontier. Wild wingdings and I can't remember his name. Arctic. No, there's no Arctic people in the Cowboy Wild West. Was it what? Wild Wingdings and Cowboy Calibre. Is that how you say the font? I am destroying this joke, by the way. They're gonna walk. They walk into a bar. They walk into the Times New Roman bar. Okay, so there's two fonts. There's two fonts that walk into a bar. Okay, they go up to the bartender and they say, "Hey, bartender, can I have a drink?" And the bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve your type." But then the two fonts outraged, okay? They're like, "Hey, you can't talk to us like this. You can't talk to us like this, sir. We're gonna go and talk to the serif." There we go. That's my that's the joke of the week. It's my fonts in the Wild West that I just butchered. Bethany's saying quote of the week, but we'll have quote of the week next week. You know, we can't be throwing out all the things every week. So there we go. The joke is deader than corduroy. What's corduroy? Is that like a fabric that people wear sometimes? I don't know. It's out in here, so I'm gonna bounce. Damn, that was a good joke. The font joke, okay? I liked that one. So I'll tell you my other joke quickly then. Wait, someone's put a joke here. I'll say my other one. Alex France says, "I saw a prisoner climbing down the wall. It was a little condescending." I like that a lot. That's very good. Okay, well that is the end of episode 7 of Locking It Down with Lucy. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Thank you so much for Lacey for starting off the show. I'm sure if you want to see Socking It Down with her, it's somewhere on some sort of dark area of the internet that I'm sure you can find. And yeah, thank you for the mods for sorting out the chat and everything. I hope everybody stays well in lockdown. Oh, let's cross off another day of lockdown. Just another day. Boop, 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 boop. Another lockdown day. One day, this will all be but a memory. Let's hope. So I hope you all have a great rest of the week. I will see you next week for some more Locking It Down with Lucy. Until then, stay safe. Try and keep cool. Keep calm. Wash your hands. And check in on a friend. Say hello to people. Try and just, stay as connected as you can. And I shall see you all next week. So I will see you later. Bye.